He also served as chairman of the Roseau Cooperative Credit Union, chairman of the Dominica Stevedores Limited, and chairman of the Dominica Agricultural Marketing Board. Did you know that Timothy entered politics in 1988 as a founding member of the United Workers' Party, the UWP, where he quickly rose to prominence, becoming deputy leader of the UWP, a role he held until 2005. Did you know that in the June 1995 general election, he was elected member of parliament for the Roseau North constituency, joining the UWP administration led by Edison James? Did you know that he was appointed Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Industry and Planning, serving from 1995 to 2000? Did you know that after the 2005 elections and internal leadership disputes within the United Workers' Party, Timothy crossed the floor to the Dominica Labour Party, the DLP, in 2006? A controversial decision, but it positioned him within the governing party of the time. Under Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt, he was later appointed Minister of Health. Did you know that in addition to his ministerial work, Timothy held regional and diplomatic positions? In January of 2016, he was appointed Director of the Board of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL, the board regulating telecoms across 5 member states. Later that year, he was elected Chairman of the ECTEL Board of Directors. On 18th March 2016, Prime Minister Skerritt announced his appointment as non-resident ambassador of Dominica to Mexico, expanding his role in foreign relations and economic diplomacy. Did you know that in May of 2013, he suffered a stroke while in office and was airlifted to Martinique for emergency treatment? Though he made a strong recovery, his health challenges limited his political activities in later years. In April of 2023, Julius Timothy had a serious heart attack, forcing him to seek medical treatment in neighboring Trinidad and Tobago. Did you know that on Sunday, 19th October 2025, Julius Timothy passed away at the age of 73 after an extended period of illness? Did you know that Julius Timothy was accorded an official funeral by the government of Dominica? Julius Timothy is remembered as a leader who combined business acumen with political responsibility, leaving a legacy in finance, industry, health, and diplomacy. The board, management, and staff of the Dominica Broadcasting Corporation extend deepest condolences to the family, friends, acquaintances, and also a staff of AC Shillingford and Company Limited as the nation bids him farewell tomorrow, Saturday, November 15. Our focus today on Did You Know? The late Julius Timothy. Did You Know made possible compliments the good folks of Quartz Dominica Limited.
Like water flowing from the mountaintop, this is the sound of DBS.
Up next, we bring you the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: a new call for Dominican voters to take part in the voter confirmation process, which began last month. News from the region this morning: Jamaica's Minister for Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, says the sector is on track for full operation by May 2026. And news from the international scene: the U.S. calls for international action to cut off the supply of weapons to Sudan's paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, who are accused of mass killing in El Fasher. Details of the morning news right after this.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and D added. It's definitely not a filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and a side for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction evaporated milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Fine Foods Inc., Petro Caribe, and HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited. My name is Curtis Matthew. Dominican voters have been encouraged to take part in the voter confirmation process, which began on October 15, 2025. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the confirmation process is the only means to ensure that one's name remains on the voters' list.
2025, a key pillar of electoral reform and modernization, requires all registered voters to confirm their registration with the electoral office during the 12-month period ending October 14, 2026. This confirmation process is vital to maintaining an accurate and transparent voters list, ensuring that every eligible Dominican can freely exercise the right to vote when election time comes. The electoral office has reported that over 4,000 voters have already applied for confirmation of their registration as electors during the first month of the process. I urge every citizen, whether residing here in Dominica or abroad, to take a few moments to confirm your registration. Obviously, those who are residing abroad will have to come into Dominica to get confirmed as required by the law. I urge that you visit the nearest enrollment center in your constituency, follow the simple steps provided, and ensure that your name remains on the voters list.
Meantime, the decision by the Electoral Commission to suspend the registration of new voters has been criticized by Prime Minister Skerrit. Mr. Skerrit told a press conference on Thursday he's concerned that continuous voter registration is not taking place.
The Registration of Electors Act 2025, like its predecessor, provides for continuous registration of voters. I was therefore deeply disappointed to learn that the Commission has suspended the registration of new voters, citing the need to establish a new technology-enabled registration system. It is important to note that the Commission received the draft bill for the Registration of Electors Act 2025 for review in May 2024, 18 months ago, and provided its feedback in September 2024 as required by the Constitution. The bill was introduced in Parliament in December 2024, passed on March 19, 2025, and came into force on March 25, 2025. Given that the Commission has had a technology-enabled registration system in place since 2017, replaced earlier this year and currently being used for the confirmation process, it is difficult for me to understand how it can now claim to be unable to register new voters until further notice. I do not agree with this until further notice. I believe the Commission has a duty to let us know definitively when it will address the current challenges it's having and when it will resume registration of voters.
And that's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Other news this morning. The Office of Disaster Management has continued its drive to engage the youth in matters of disaster management as a public speaking competition for students takes place this morning. Communications Officer at the Office of Disaster Management, Carlisle John Baptiste.
Again, we want to remind you that there's a public speaking competition in Disaster Risk Management 2025, Voices for Resilience. The venue is the Office of Disaster Management Conference Room. The time is 10 a.m. Again, we're extending a public invitation to all the media houses on island to find themselves there. The schools will be the one doing the debating competition, so DBS Radio and the various radio stations, please take note of that. And the topics for discussions will be disaster preparedness, explain how communities can prepare before a disaster strikes, response strategies, describe activities to take during a disaster to reduce risk and save lives, and 3, recovery and mitigation, present ways to recover after a disaster and prevent or lessen future impacts. Our students from the various schools will be the one taking part in that, and of course, the Honorable Minister will be in attendance, so we also want to ensure that all persons, those who can make it, come and give support to the students.
And that's the Communication Officer at the Office of Disaster Management, Carlisle John Baptiste. DBS will broadcast live the public speaking competition at the Office of Disaster Management in Jimit this morning at 10 o'clock. Other news, a new project to enhance the learning of mathematics among Dominican teachers has been launched. The official launch of the Advancing Caribbean Teachers in Mathematics Education Project took place at Goodwill Parish Hall yesterday. Dr. Skuntal Moore of the Commonwealth of Learning Canada is one of the facilitators of the two-day workshop for 30 maths teachers in Dominica.
The 12 states of the Caribbean that belong in the Commonwealth, they are important to us, particularly for this project, the ACT in Math. The acronym means Advancing Caribbean Teachers. So we are working with the 12 states in the Caribbean to ensure that all the teachers in mathematics, they are advanced in many different ways. In essence, it's about professional development. And we know that when you work in an organization, if you are stuck in one zone and you never get the chance to stimulate your mind, stimulate your vision, then you lose the energy, you lose the joy of what it is that you're doing. And so CAL is about capacity building. It's about professional development. It's about enabling. It's about creating a catalyst for movement. And so we want to focus our attention on the Caribbean states now to get us moving in the direction of mathematics education.
And that's Dr. Chantal Moore of the Commonwealth of Learning. Meanwhile, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Robert Gies, says the project for mathematics teachers is timely, as Dominica's results in maths need attention.
We recognize that over the years, we have been struggling in mathematics. So this initiative comes at a critical juncture for education in Dominica. And for long, we have been grappling with our results, the challenge of our students' performance in mathematics. Either 2020 or 2021, our mathematics performance at CSEC peaked at 50% at the CSEC level, 50%. And over the years, we have been grappling with scores averaging between 37 and 43%. We have yet to hit that 50% mark. And every year we release the results, the CXC results. We boast that, but boasting of being above the regional, not the national, the regional average, boasting that we're above the regional average, and we stand at 39%, is, for me, and for the Ministry of Education, it's not good enough. Yes, we are boosting, yes, we're better than you, yes, we're better than you, but we're still at 39%. So this is something that we're struggling with. And while we acknowledge the efforts of the teachers in maintaining our level, not going too far down and not going below the regional average, we must be frank. This is not where we want to be. This is not where we want our students to be.
And that's the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Robert Geest. The two-day workshop for maths teachers wraps up at Goodwill Parish Hall today, Friday. And the official opening of the Ocean Oasis Hotel in Castle Comfort later today will add 37 new rooms to Dominica's hotel room stock. Owner of Ocean Oasis Hotel, Floyd Capitole, says the hotel brings a new experience to Dominica's hotel sector.
Well, come Friday, the 14th of November, as we promised, the hotel will officially open its doors to all visitors, friends, family members, anybody who wishes to look for a venue where they want to have activities, they want to relax, unwind, eat, dine, whatever it is, will be open. Well, the property would be, it's a 37 regular room hotels, all ocean view rooms with two-bedroom presidential suite, as well as a casino, a spa. We have a conference center. We also have a multi-purpose room, among other amenities, gym, etc. Dive shop, all of these we will offer. As you know, in Dominica, there has always been the complaint, not enough rooms. And what we are doing is adding a few more rooms to the hotel stock. We know that these rooms are minimal in terms of what are needed in Dominica as we speak, but we are aware and we are cognizant of the fact that the rooms that we bring into the public are top of the line, first class rooms, equal to something persons will see in Dubai or in the developed countries, and we're bringing it right here in Dominica to you.
And that's the owner of Ocean Oasis Hotel, Floyd Capitole. Well, DBS Radio will bring live coverage of the opening of the hotel from 4:30 this afternoon. Let's head into Jamaica now. That country's Minister for Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, says the sector is on track for full operation by May 2026. The minister highlighted the country's swift recovery efforts, noting that both government and non-profit organizations have been mobilized to deliver food, clothing, tool, and other essentials to storm victims. He praised the outpouring of international support from neighboring Caribbean nations to thousands of travelers who've donated and volunteered in the relief efforts and called for continued aid to sustain ongoing reconstruction. He stressed that with 273 of Jamaica's destinations already reopened, the industry is advancing towards full revival. Finally, this morning, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has called for international action to cut off the supply of weapons to Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces who are accused of mass killings in El Fasher. At the end of the G7 foreign ministers meeting in Canada, Rubio said the Rapid Support Forces has committed systematic atrocities, including murder, rape, and violence against citizens. The Sudan Rapid Support Forces, they've been fighting the Sudanese army since April 2023, when a power struggle between the leaders erupted into an all-out civil war. It is 19 minutes after 7. That's news. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your mobile banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with volleyball news. Dominica made another commanding statement at the 2025 ECVA Under-23 Men's Volleyball Tournament in Antigua last night. The Dominica team won in straight sets against Anguilla. The set scores for the match, 25-10, 27-25, 25-18. Top scorers were Larian Tulloch with 10 points, 8 kills, and 2 aces, and Sharon Vidal had 9 points with 7 kills and 2 aces. Dominica will play 2 matches today. They will be up against St. Vincent and the Grenadines from 9 o'clock this morning, and they will play host country Antigua at 8 o'clock. Here is the Dominica team coach, Itoma James.
Well, yeah, we had a good game. Again, I think we still have 1 or 2 little things to fix. We try to give some of our non-starters an opportunity to, get into the game and try to get some experience also. So I think we had overall a very good game. The chemistry is there. I think I am seeing the guys starting to get more comfortable with each other and understand just how we should play together as a team. And that is what I think we need at this point. We just need to keep growing and keep going hard. We play again at 9, and I hope that we can just continue the momentum with winning as we expect to actually win this tournament.
And that's the coach of the men's volleyball team, Itoma James. Ian Oscar scored a brace, while Jeswani Blaze and Zane Thomas got 1 goal each as St. Mary's Academy swept aside Northeast Comprehensive in the Sports Division Secondary Schools Under 17 football competition. The St. Mary's Academy scored 2 goals on either side of the half as they controlled most of the game, limiting the chances for Northeast Comprehensive School. In the end, St. Mary's Academy took the match by 4-0. Here is the captain of St. Mary's Academy, Ian Oscar.
A very comfortable victory this afternoon for the St. Mary's Academy, 4-0. Talk to us about, the performance of the team this afternoon.
Well, we played good, attacking-wise. I mean, the defense could have been a little better, though they didn't score. I mean, when they play in other teams, it could be a problem. Our midfield as well, I mean, we played well in the midfield. We scored the goals. I mean, myself, Jeswani, and Kyle, I find the 3 of us playing very well in the middle. Though we could have played better, you can always play better, but I mean, it was a comfortable victory at the end, and next time I guess we're going to come harder.
All right, you scored 2 goals at either side of the half, 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. Where do you think your team won that game this afternoon?
I believe we won this defensive-wise because our defense is very structured. Our attack, we scored many goals, but I mean, the team we playing against is not one of the strongest. Though they played very well, they wasn't one of the strongest. We played well, and hopefully we can come again against DGS next game and play the same way.
All right, you talk about your defense a lot. Where else do you think you have to work on for the next game?
I feel like we have to work better on the wing. I mean, our wingers were playing very well, but the crosses were not coming in the box, especially as we are the tall players. We need more crosses coming into the box.
And that's the captain of the St. Mary's Academy, Ian Oscar. Captain of the Northeast Comprehensive School, Dracoy Alexander, says his team did not stick to the game plan.
A tough loss this afternoon, 4-0. Where did it go wrong?
Well, I can't exactly say where it went wrong because we didn't play to our strengths. We didn't knock the ball enough. And yeah.
All right, you didn't play to your strengths. What was the strategy coming into that game, though?
That game, we came in to knock the ball, but then during the game, our teammates started to dribble a lot more and take less shots. We should have taken more shots in front of goal.
How do you assess the damage here this afternoon and move forward onto your next match?
Well, the damage is not that bad, but we'll try to come back, and our losses always are learning opportunities.
And that's the captain of the Northeast Comprehensive School, Dracoy Alexander. Dave Barron, president of the Dominica Tennis Association, expects tennis to make a strong comeback on the island following a week-long coaching course led by international coach John Gooder. Barron noted that although the number of coaches attending was limited, the course has been highly beneficial for the sport's growth.
Well, I think it's been productive. We would have liked to have more coaches involved. Right now we have about 4 or 5 coaches doing the program, but I think it's a good start because tennis has been kind of dormant for a while. So I think with that, it will see a resurgence in the whole tennis aspect of it. The course has been going well. Right now, we're starting to actually work with kids. The coaches are starting to work with kids, and you can see the enthusiasm and excitement on the kids' faces, and their need to continue. So I think, in a nutshell, I think everything is going well.
And that's the president of the Dominica Tennis Association, Dave Barron. A coach attending the week-long session, Claudio Sanford, told DBS Sports the course has been very informative.
You learn a lot from it, and especially strategies. You get a different level of appreciation for the children and for the complex situations that are put in front of you. At first, obviously, you think it's going to be something simple, something very easy. But when the international coach came in, you realize how much significantly difficult it becomes, how much more complex. So you discover a lot of different things, and you also surprise yourself with the amount of information you can actually take in and how you can challenge yourself to think outside the box. So overall, great experience. I wish he could have stayed here a lot longer, and I wish I could have underdone some coaching myself, from him, because he, honestly, he's brilliant. I love the way he interacts with everybody, how he gets the information across, how he challenges himself to make things interesting and fun and interactive. It was amazing.
And that's a coach attending the week-long coaching session, Claudio Sanford. Meanwhile, a young tennis player, a student of Goodwill Primary School, Aiken Toussaint, says he fully enjoyed the session.
It has been a new experience for me and a very exciting thing, because I get to learn different skills that I can use to play this sport more. And overall, it has been a very amazing thing for me.
And that's student of Goodwill Primary, Aiken Toussaint. Some domino news. Action continues in the Julius Timothy Domino League tonight. Here is the league coordinator, Delvin Esprit.
A number of exciting matches will be played as action continues in the Julius Timothy Domino League. On Friday night from 7 p.m., the unbeaten Brigadier Stars will travel to Grand Fort to play Rosima White City. BS Stars will be in Anzime to play Brutal Forces, and Wake Up Stars will be in Portsmouth to play Warriors. There will be no matches on Saturday due to the funeral of league sponsor Julius Timothy. And on Sunday, BS Stars will travel to Maho to play Batside. Brutal Forces will meet Warriors in Maho. NATO Full Effects will travel to Casibus to play non-players. Rosima White City meet Roadblock in Chibu. Brigadier Stars play Roadside in Paybush. Itasi Stars meet Massey Square in Paybush. Wake Up Stars travel to Grand Fort to play Baghdad. And West Coast Cretchin and Jerry Adrian Valiant play Focus in Monwachet. Delvin Esprit reported.
Thank you very much, Delvin Esprit. And finally, some cricket news. Cricket West Indies, CWI, has announced a 15-member squad for the upcoming 3-match one-day international series against New Zealand, scheduled to be played from November 16 to the 22nd. The series against the world's number 2 ranked side presents a crucial opportunity for the men in maroon to earn valuable ranking points as they look to strengthen their chances of automatic qualification for the 2027 ICC Men's 50 Overs World Cup. Left-handed top-order batsman John Campbell has earned a recall to the one-day setup following his impressive test performances in India and his strong showing in last year's CG United Super 50 Cup. Campbell replaces Brandon King, who has been omitted after a recent dip in form. Cricket West Indies said the team management is focused on building a balanced squad capable of competing against the best teams in the world while maintaining a core group for long-term development. The West Indies one-day squad: Shehub the captain, Alec Athanaze, Akeem Ogis, John Campbell, Casey Carty, Ruston Chase, Matthew Ford, Justin Graves, Amir Jangu, Joanne Lane, Carrie Pierre, Shafin Rutherford, Jaden Seals, Romario Shepherd, and Shama Springer. That too is a look at the DBS major morning news and sports. We bring you a news update at 11. We bring you another major package at 1:15. On behalf of the news and sports departments and our link person, Hazari Williams, Curtis Matthew saying, do have a wonderful day today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS.
It's now 7:34 here on your Nature Isle. The time made possible compliments the good folks of Whitchurch Travel. Whitchurch Travel. Travel is their expertise. Call them today at 255-1148 or visit them on Oak Street, Roseau, or on Bay Street, Portsmouth, upstairs the RBD building. Check them out in the next